today's Form Friday, we are going to do a bent over dumbbell row. I'm going to walk you through a few key points to make sure that you're doing this movement correctly. Rowing is an excellent way to work your back, and there are a ton of rowing variations. We can do one arm rows, we can do TRX rows, we can do seated rows, dumbbell rows, so lots of variations, but as usual, if we're not doing things the right way, we're not going to be targeting the right muscles, and it's kind of like, what's the point, what are we doing? So today, bent over dumbbell row, you're going to have a dumbbell in each hand, and you're going to hinge at your hips, because that's what's going to allow you the space to row. Now as you hinge at your hips, you guys are used to this movement now, hips go back, chest goes forward. What's really important is that we don't collapse into our lower back. So you do want to lead with your heart, but you don't want to lead with your heart so much that you stick your butt out. So have a nice long neutral spine and draw the belly in and up. Your arms are going to be long, extended from the shoulders, but we don't want the upper back to round. So your arm bones are still plugged in, the shoulder blades are still on the back. Now with your palms facing in, shoulders on the back, spine long, and lower belly in, you're going to pull the elbows back. Bring the elbows as far back as you can. We don't just want to stop here, because then we're not using as many muscles as possible. So they full range of motion. And we don't want to just let those weights fly down, rather we want to, control them on the way up, which is easy because it's heavy, but then also control it on the way down. What you will see a lot of with this movement is a rounded back. So just like we don't want to overextend in the low back, we also don't want to flex or round too much in the upper back, because you'll see this sometimes. People are just going like this and they're pulling those elbows up towards the ceiling. The weights are moving back on a diagonal. So let's recap it. Hinge at the hips, chest forward, spine long, low belly in. Arms long, extended from the shoulders, shoulders on the back. Draw the elbows back as far as you can, control on the way down. Take out any sort of round in the upper back and squeeze. Really squeeze the back. And one final note, from the front, your elbows stay close to the body. They are not wide, they are narrow, so grazing those ribs. And one more thing, make sure that your shoulders don't creep up towards your ears, because that has a tendency to happen too, whether your spine's in alignment or it's rounded or it's hyperextended. We don't want our shoulders to creep up towards our ears. So really draw the shoulder blades down. And with those few cues, you are on your way to the best bent over rows you can possibly do. Enjoy.